time is it where you are? I miss you more than anything. I'm back at home, you feel so far. Waiting for the phone to ring. It's getting lonely living
Jeff, how you doing?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing good. Jeff from Simple Plan. Of course, Simple Plan's going to be here February 16th at the MTS Center. You guys are on tour right now. Whereabouts are you, Jeff?
Actually, you know what? I'm on break. I'm catching up on my breath before we leave on a full-on Canadian tour in the heat of February.
I thought you guys had a show coming up here in Penticton, BC.
We do. I think it's on Thursday.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're still home for a little bit. We just came back from Asia. I just got rid of the jet lag. It's been pretty intense. We took 3 weeks in Asia, all around China, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, the whole deal. And now we're back here, and yeah, we're just getting ready. The final little things for the tour are being put together now.
Now, Jeff, it seems like you guys have been on tour for years, pretty much, and it probably feels a little longer to you guys. What do you do in your spare time when you're on tours?
You know what? It's pretty. I have tons of things to do when I'm at home. I go out, I see my friends. I own a bar in town, so that's trouble, and I live right in front of it. That's really not a good idea.
Yeah.
It was probably the worst idea I've ever had. So,
now, just in case nobody knows where you're from, where is that?
It's in Montreal, in old Montreal. I'll keep it to that because I want to keep it my little hangout place.
Is it actually just a little hangout place, or is it a pretty rockin' place?
No, it's pretty rocky, actually.
Is it more of a pub style, or is it a club, or is it you got a DJ, or is it more bands?
It was meant to be one of those, little bars, little hangout, puppy-ish places, but now it's like a full-on, crazy meat market, really.
and that's right across the street from your place.
It's either amazing or insane. I'm not really sure.
You say good morning when it's midnight, going out of my head, alone in this bed. I wake up to your sunset, and it's driving me mad. I miss you so bad, and my heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. It's so jet lagged.
You got a huge fan base in Canada, especially in Montreal and Quebec. Who has the best fans that you've experienced so far in all your travels around the world, whether it be in North America, Asia, wherever?
I mean, for this band, it's pretty amazing that we tour everywhere, and we tour to like crazy places. We'll play Tel Aviv, we'll play Moscow, we'll play Rio, and all those places have Simple Plan fans hidden somewhere in the city. That's pretty amazing. But I have to say that the Brazilians they're insane.
Are you
just
kidding?
Completely crazy,
What?
When we get out of the flight at the airport, they're waiting for us, and we maybe I should be saying that, but I'll say it to you guys because it's kind of funny. We call them zombies because they come out of everywhere, and they just scare the hell out of us.
As long as they're not trying to rip off body
who
parts.
gets to the van first.
As long as they're not trying to eat your brains or rip off body parts, I guess that's okay.
Sometimes I'm not sure what their intention are. Like, I really don't.
That is crazy, though. Why Brazil? Like, that is crazy. Like, I was looking at how your album did around the world as well, and you guys were like number 7 in Japan, number 7 in Sweden. It's like Sweden, Japan, Brazil. Why is that?
Yeah,
That's
in
crazy.
Australia right now, we have a song called Summer Paradise that's blowing up in Australia right now. How does that work? It's one of those things, like, you try to explain, but you don't really understand it. I think it's a question of us going to all those places often and playing shows a lot and just being very kind of communicating with our fans. And it's also a question of luck. Some of it is just you put out that song and it just connects. Jet Lag was one of those songs that just really connected with our fans. I think the fact that we collaborated with Natasha Bedingfield appealed to a lot of fans. So as I said, it's one of those things like we could sit around and kind of try to explain it forever, or just try to write good songs and hope for the best. So that's what we do.
Do you think that was a massive benefit for you guys, collaborating with Natasha? Maybe it took you in a direction or brought in some listeners that wouldn't else maybe listen to Simple Plan?
I mean, initially it was a selfish move. We just wanted to have as many collaborations on our record as we could. So it started out with Rivers Cuomo from Weezer on Can't Keep My Hand Off You. That was the first song. We just wanted to have, Rivers sing on one of our songs because we're big Weezer fans, and
Yeah.
on the first record it was Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, and we just kind of kept that idea. And that song came about because obviously, as you can imagine, imagine. We travel a lot, and jet lag is a kind of a centerpiece of our lives. So we definitely wanted to talk about the long-distance relationship and all that stuff. And we felt that it would be a great occasion to have a duet, a female singer, which is something that, has always been discussed within this band. Yeah, the idea of Natasha Bedingfield came about, and she's amazing. She's really such a great singer, down-to-earth girl. And she throws down like nobody. After the video shoot for that song in Toronto, we went out and I seriously racked the biggest bar tab I've ever paid for in my life. And I have to say Natasha Bedingfield is partly responsible for that.
I gotta know, what was she drinking?
I don't remember. I do not remember.
That's how you know it was an awesome night.
It was a wonderful night.
You have that pub, you have that bar across from where you live. You got some pretty hyper fans, especially in Brazil. You guys, young, good-looking guys, you must get asked out a lot. So what is the coolest or maybe the scariest way that you've ever been asked out?
That's a weird thing, because it's funny. I was just talking about that yesterday with some of my friends. Facebook. That's just a crazy... People hide behind their computer screens and type out the craziest things that they, comes to their mind. Nothing that they would say face to face. It's so interesting sometimes to see the messages that I get on Facebook. And I'm sure we all do. Like, sometimes you're like, really? That person is really writing me this? There should really be a meter for alcohol readouts on Facebook. You shouldn't be able to type when you're above the limit.
Facebook, yeah. You have to have a breathalyzer.
That and SMSs. They should really be protected. There's something about that. Drunk Facebooking and drunk messaging should not be legal in Canada.
All right, you guys are going to be at the MTS Center February 16th, joined by Mariana's Trench, All Time Low, and these Kids Wear Crowd. Have you toured with many of these guys before?
Absolutely, all of them, and they're great guys. They're really fun. I think it's pretty amazing. In my time, when I was a kid, when I was 14, 15, going down to shows, you would have Aerosmith and you would have Jackal, the band with a chainsaw opening for them. And that would be pretty much the extent of the opening, the opening spot. This time around, we're like kind of bringing a little festival with us. So for fans of that genre of music and for fans of good songs, I think there's definitely there's something for everybody.
There's going to be a lot of energy at the MTS Center on February 16th. Make sure you got to go and get your ticket, Ticketmaster.ca. You can also follow along with these guys, SimplePlan.com, Facebook, and Twitter. Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
My pleasure. Thanks. Take care.